Of all of these squads, guys, who's under the most pressure going into the draft? Less than 40 days away from the draft.
I'm going with this team.
Big Blue.
I'm going with this team. I'm going with this quarterback. I'm going with Odell Beckham. I'm going with that defense who had problems. They were looking like a brotherhood a couple years ago, and then last year looked like they all hated each other or hated the system or even hated the organization. They played within. Some guys are still there. Some guys aren't. But we're talking about what's going to happen with this offense. Can they get a running game? Is Eli too old? Is the offense going to help? What is Odell going to look like? He's bouncing back from injury. It's the New York Football Giants. They have all the pressure in the world. Kyle, last year before the season, he said they could possibly be Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, I thought they would.
And they were underwhelming in so many areas. And the thing is, I agree with you. They were so talented. They got the talent. What's going to happen next year?
If they don't draft a quarterback at number 2, then they're under the most pressure, in my opinion, because then you are saying whoever you take is either Quentin Nelson or Saquon Barkley, and you are officially saying, yep, Odell's here, Eli's 37, and we are going all in, chips all in right now, coming off a 3-win season. If they don't take a quarterback, the bright lights are on.
Terrific analysis, Kay. I'm going to try and clarify the question. They're under the most pressure to do well in the draft?
To nail the draft.
To nail the draft? Right here, okay? I'm going to tell you why. Because they don't have the depth that they used to have. This is not the same kind of roster. They have Von Miller. They have a lot of veterans on the front line that they still believe they can compete with, including Demaryius Thomas. But they do not have that depth. They have not nailed their drafts in the last couple of years. They have got to do that. Gary Kubiak is now back there helping out in a, I forget what his title is, but he started as a consultant, but he's moving into a more permanent role. They've got to build, and the only way to build depth on your roster is to draft well. Denver Broncos, John Elway, I've got to see that depth, and I've got to see it starting with this draft right here.
Do you think they don't take a quarterback?
I think there's a good chance they do not take a quarterback.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
I would love to follow suit with you, but I got to bring it back to these guys truly because they're not rebuilding.
Right.
The Browns are building from scratch.
Yeah.
The Jets are building. These guys are, I said, like we said about the Niners last year. First of all, I don't like seeing the Giants at the top of the draft. It's beneath them. Meantime, the Jets are about to get a flashy new quarterback. The Redskins are going to be better this year. The Eagles are a juggernaut. And the Cowboys aren't going to lay an egg either. These guys have a lot of pressure because they have a different standard, and they're not going to be here again. At 2, New York Giants, not a chance. A lot of pressure here.